Hello friends, hello and welcome to another new episode of Learning Simplified. In our previous tutorial, we had learned about how to fetch an image into an HTML page with the aid of the Angular JS. Now from this tutorial and onwards, we will be learning about HTML form elements used in our project and to validate and do other stuffs with the aid of AngularJS. Stay tuned. Now we have learned previously about creating the HTML form elements. I mean that when we create a form element in HTML, precisely there's practically no scope to do some certain things with it, like if we wish to validate our HTML elements and if we wish to do something by fetching the input made by the users into the page, we were practically unable to do anything with the aid of the HTML project only. In that particular case, we can do certain interactive things. Now this can be done via a JavaScript. This can be done via a PHP project, or this can be done via this AngularJS which we are currently working on. In this case, we will be trying to do all those certain things using the AngularJS, and let's hop into it. Now in the first case, definitely we will be needing some HTML form elements, so that is why we will be creating an HTML form element into our project. Now this is first time we have practically introduced the form element itself into our project. And definitely whenever we are creating a form, we need to specify it proper name, something like this one. For say this is the ID. Now here in the first case, we will be creating an input type text element. So here it goes, input type text. We will be needing a name, ID, and at the end we will be making usage of this placeholder here. First of all, let's close this bracket, and into this placeholder we will be. Now in the next case, let's for say we have created this select element here, and inside this select element we will be making usage of some options, definitely. Like in the first case, we will be naming it as Kishore. We will be copying it. We will be pasting them twice, thrice, or fourth or fifth. So we need to put some of these elements. We need to create all these options here, and what it is exactly going to do, let's have a save of this document and let's head back to our project and reload, and we can see that this will be the obvious result. So we are practically creating a name field and we are creating a text field right over here. We may create this alignment. This is practicality. In practicality, they are just aligning side by side. So in order to put them stacked one over another, all we may do, we may create this additional BR tags right over here. So here it goes, and we may increase it a little bit. So there it goes. Let's reload, and we can see that everything is now aligned one on top of the other. Okay. Now we need to assign some more values to it, some more attributes to all these elements, because we are practically about to create something with the data input by the user. So in that particular case, we will be creating this name field right over here for say we are naming it as Singer. We will be putting a definite ID to it. For say we are naming it as Singer. Press Ctrl S and we would be doing anything right over here, and in the first case we will be putting some values, something like this one. So option value Kishore. We are assigning some other values to all those elements, those we have created for all those option values right over here. Value. Next, here comes the value. There it goes, option value. So we have created all these values right over here. Actually, these empty strings, they too have some definite meanings into it. We'll be later discussing on it, but first of all, let's put some value. And in this case, we'll be naming it as Asha. Next comes Lata. Next comes Rafi. Next comes Burman. So all of them are right now having some definite values into it. Now here comes a very short trick. First of all, press Ctrl S, head back to your project and reload, and we won't be seeing much difference right over here. But right now, if we wish to show multiple select options into the place, so all we may do, we may make usage of this attribute here, this multiple. Press Ctrl S, reload. And now if we reload, we can see that all those elements are practically being seen into our HTML project. So this is how we may show all our options right into the project, right into the page. Another thing, in the first case, if we need to show something like this one, there it goes, option value, we are just keeping it null. And all we are going to do, we will be using this name here, select your Singer, press Ctrl S, reload, and now we can see that in the first case, the select your Singer value, it is now been shown. In the first case, all it is going to do, it is going to throw back the same exact name as if in this case, like this Muhammad Rafi, it is practically throwing us the value of this Rafi and the name put against it. So we are practically, by selecting this column here, by selecting this name Muhammad Rafi right into our page, there it goes, Muhammad Rafi. If we select it, it is practically going to throw back this Rafi value into our page, and in the first case there's practically no value, so it is practically returning no value to us, and that is why if we accidentally or by default select your Singer option, it is practically not going to give us back any kind of value into our project. So that is why we are putting some kind of values for other options over here, but we are not putting any kind of value for this first one, as we do not wish to do anything with it.